Hello, and welcome to Oakfield Farm. I'm trying something a little bit different with my recording today. I'm using a completely different program to do it. It's 20 minutes past 6 in the morning. I'll just put the speed up to ×5. I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I'm actually going to not do a day per episode. I'm going to just have each episode last... I didn't know I could do that. Oh, that's interesting. I'm just going to have it be... Oh, all sorts of interactive controls for this. I didn't know I could do any of this. What is this? Oh, I want that one. Take all these monitors away. Oh, okay. Have a GPS on it. Open and close the sunroof, and obviously wipers. Oh, this is very interesting. I can light all this up. This is very cool. I didn't know about any of this. Rear wiper. Oh, this is... I can put a person in the seat with me. Lift in, drop the armrest and everything. Very nice. What is this? I have no idea what that does. Cool. So I should have put there. It has. Oh, that's very interesting. So, anyway, now I'm finished playing with the tractor. Let's get on with today's task. And that is to head just over here and hitch up to our new windrower that we have. I went down to the shop and picked this up. I don't know why I just dropped off there. Ah, I had a front wheel on it. Not sure I actually need that for this job. But we're going to head down to the field over there. Without driving through a hedge, preferably. The field that we cut yesterday. We're going to windrow it and hopefully collect it today. That's the hope anyway. I don't see much in the way of grass in this field, to be honest. Hopefully we see it a bit more once we have the windrower on the go. Don't want to do that. This windrower has rear steering on it. We'll see if this does anything for us. Doesn't look like there's really anything left in this field. I suppose grass does degrade over time, doesn't it? Yeah, there's nothing really here. Did I cut this grass for no reason? Let me just check here. Yeah, there's nothing here. That's unfortunate. So, it's not the end of the world. We have other grass fields. So instead, because I want to get working on something else, I'm actually going to leave this tractor and the whole windrower set up together up here, like so. Maybe not the ideal spot for it, but I also found out that these can be lifted somehow. I think it's here. Yeah, you can lift these up. What's along here? Is this just a little pathway off the edge there? And you can lift these up to tip into them, which is nice to know. Puddle there. But we're actually going to go and jump into the van, because we've got a little trip to make. And we're just going to use the van as transport. Because it is the quickest mode of transport we have for a start. And yeah, we need to head back up into town. I've bought another machine, which I need to go and collect. And I'm quite happy about it. I have been looking forward to getting this particular machine. It's not the exact mod that I was looking for, but it is one that I can make use of. It's the same brand, same type of machine, but the exact mod I was looking for it's just slightly different, but I haven't been able to find it for Farming Simulator 17, so maybe it's not been converted from 15. But we will find out eventually. I may replace this mod with the one I was thinking of if I can find it, but for the time being I'll just use the one I have. It's suitable enough. And I also have an announcement to make. Providing that this recording goes well, which I have no reason to think otherwise, I will now be able to start live streaming very soon. Yeah, clipped into the wall there, that's probably parked a little bit too close to it, but here it is. It is the Mercedes-Benz Unimog 1600 with a forging wagon on the back. This machine was not cheap, but I love these machines. It is a utility tractor for our farm. Obviously it does have some limited use because it doesn't have the likes of a front loader attachment and things to it, but it's going to be basically our running tractor for going between and doing odd jobs. We're actually going to be using it today with this forging wagon. So the forging wagon is the old style forging wagon with blades on, so I haven't used it, I haven't tested it or anything like that, but I think that means that I have to replace the blades manually. I have noticed that there is a pallet of blades in the shop, so I think that is what that is referring to. Oh, it's rush hour in the valley. But I would also like to, some point very soon, look at getting the equipment we need to start deforestation. I mean, that would be very useful. The Unimog would definitely be put to use during that. It's a multi-purpose off-road vehicle after all. I have lost my worker, I think. I think I've lost him. I wasn't watching for him. I'll just go and see if I can find him in a second. I always do this, I always come into the wrong bit. Oh yeah, it looks like I did lose him. He probably hit some traffic. We own this grass field here, actually. I know it's technically the cow field, but a grass field is a grass field. And what I would like to do... I expect this setup will be too heavy for the Unimog, so what I'm going to do is drop that one off, and drop this one off here. It is too heavy, but it managed okay there. And this is the setup I'm going to use today, so I'll just turn this off. Let's go and see if we can find the van. He crashed into a pole. He must have came around the corner too quick and crashed into that pole. But we'll just take this back to the farm quickly. But I'm using a completely different bit of software to record the footage just now. So you'll have to let me know in the comments if you're still happy with the quality of the recording. It is actually an NVIDIA product I'm using. For those of you who don't record games, I have an NVIDIA graphics card, so it comes with its own bit of software that used to be called Shadowplay, but it has a different name now. It's like, I don't know, it's initials anyway, but it's effectively still Shadowplay. That lets me record directly from the in-game overlay. It also lets me stream from the in-game overlay. So, providing this works fine and I can get it to stream okay, I will be streaming my videos very soon, which I'm personally looking forward to. I think it would be beneficial to the channel to start streaming. If we just have a look at our map here, I did notice I need to give the cows the pigs some attention today. But looking at our map, where are we? We are over here. Our field 91 is obviously not... It's harvested, but there's nothing on it for us. Field 83 is grass. And there's all this, there's grass everywhere, so we shouldn't have a problem filling up this foraging wagon, which is the purpose of today's episode. I want this filled up as soon as possible. It is unfortunate about that field though. Can't say I'm overly happy about that. So it's that field we want. How do we get in there without hitting anything with the lawnmower on the front? I actually have no idea how to get in there. I would have thought it would have been on the farm side, but no, obviously not, it's over here. And we'll just line ourselves up here and unfold. I just noticed. It's... I see. Well, it shows us things at the front. So we've unfolded it, we've lowered it, and we're turning it on. So we'll cut the grass and pick it up straight away. This is the plan. Because we need grass as soon as possible for animals. So I expect I'm probably going to miss bits and pieces. Like so. What I can do is just reverse back and get them. Or at least some of them anyway. Don't know if this is a particularly realistic setup, but I found it works quite well. So why not use something if it works? I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to not cut straight into the corner. I'm going to start turning to try and not leave much in the way of grass. But we're not even round the field once yet, and we already have, I think it's 13%, so that's not bad. It's not bad at all. So I'm torn between getting cows and getting sheep. Thinking about it now, I don't see any reason why I can't have both. I think the pigs was probably not the right choice to get. Pigs obviously have the ease of I can just buy their food right then and there. But with 2 seconds, I'll just delete my HUD here for a second. Take a screenshot. Don't know how to take a screenshot. That's always beneficial. So let me just check here. Not sure if this is showing up on the screen. But, go to settings, keyboard shortcuts, capture, Alt and F1. Okay. As I said, it is a new thing I'm using here, so you have to bear with me for a second. There we go. And just bring the HUD back. There's the thumbnail for the video. So if you've obviously already seen that, but that is me creating the thumbnail right there. I've recently been giving my videos titles. I haven't yet decided what this video will be called. I usually go for a pun for a title. It's a little bit of light amusement that goes a long way. I'm not sure. I suppose it will depend on what we get done in the episode. I've recently been watching Dagobin's series on the same map. He also recently spoke about getting a Unimog, which is entirely unintentional that I get one the day that he announces that he is planning on getting one. That is unintentional. I actually already purchased the machine and things like that, and was watching his video after I bought the machine, and I was waiting for the night cycle to finish before recording this episode. That's when I found out that he was getting one as well. I can assure you it wasn't entirely by chance. This is actually going to take a little while. Missing a little bit too much of the grass here as well. But like I've said in the previous field, there's always more grass. And it is still mid-spring, so the grass hasn't had much chance to grow. We've got £86,000 left. I'm also going to take a leaf out of Dagobin's book. It's not relevant for just now, but it is relevant for the end of the series. Something that he does is, when he changes series, he takes his money that he's earned for the series and his animals with him, which I think is actually quite a good idea. There is only a few months left of Farming Simulator 17 anyway. Farming Simulator 18 will probably be released in September. Sorry, 19. Farming Simulator 19 will be released. They usually release them around September. So if I start doing that now, I'm not going to end Farming Simulator 17 with massive amounts of money. But I will only do it with this one series that is relevant to this one. So I won't be combining all 4 series money into the next map that I go to. I think the first series will actually be ending, which I won't be transferring the money over to. I think the next one that ends will be Oakfield Farm. I'm quite a good bit further ahead on that one compared to the rest. So that's not sure how long that series is going to last. Probably somewhere in the region of 45 to say 60 episodes roughly. We'll just see how we get on with that series, but for this series I'm thinking around the 2-year mark, as well as the 2-year mark on the west coast, and Oregon Springs is completely unknown at this point. That is just for fun, that series. There's no realism to it at all. It's just a let's play, really. Big machines, big fields, disposable income. Just an unrealistic series, that one. Which I don't think is a bad thing for the channel, having just a just for fun type series going on. Also, the day I'm recording this is the same day that this episode will actually be going out. I do apologise for the fact that I wasn't able to upload all of my series yesterday. I will be making up for that today by releasing 2 episodes of the series that were missed yesterday. So we'll still be on schedule for that. I think that's the best way to go with it. It was simply down to the fact that I had visitors yesterday and wasn't able to sit in front of my computer all day like I usually would. Obviously running 4 series at the same time is time consuming, and I don't get much chance to do anything other than record and render and upload. It's really all my days consist of nowadays, which is perfectly fine with me because I'm thoroughly enjoying YouTube as an experience, and hopefully you're enjoying the content that I'm producing as well. This is taking a little bit longer than I thought, so I think I'll do a couple more rows and then just leave it at that. I don't need a completely full foraging wagon at this point. Don't get me wrong, it wouldn't hurt to have one, but I don't need it to be full. We'll just see how we go on. We've already mostly filled it, so I may just go ahead and finish it off. I am literally flying by the seat of my pants here. I have no idea what I'm doing. If I just cycle through. So obviously I'm not producing silage, I am just collecting grass. So I don't want the silage additives anyway, and I've used 0.52% of the blades, so it does seem like the blades are a repairable part, which you don't get on many mods. I think what I'll do is I'll fill this up to a roughly 80%. I'll just finish this section here and then call it a day on that one. Like I said, I don't need it to be full at this point. So what I'll do is turn that off, lift it up and fold it up, and turn that off and lift it up. Oh, wrong thing, it's that one. There we go. So we've got some grass. If I can just find the field entrance is over here. There's 79% grass, so I was close when I said 80. There is a switch on this field. What is this? Press to remove the fence. Okay, that is a fancy bit of equipment there. I'll keep the fence on though. through the puddle, which, ironically enough, for saying it's a muddy puddle, actually cleans the wheels on the Unimog. But this Unimog is going to get some pretty heavy use. Which is no bad thing. What we need to do is drop off the front lawnmower attachment in the shed for now. And head down to the other side of the farm. Yeah, of the farmyard. Confused myself there for a second. Oh dear. I think I could be doing with the front weight on this. And I've almost lost control there. If I come to... I have. That's just typical. I always do this. I always come to the wrong part. Well, back up to the top of the farm. And we're going over here because I want into the sheep field. Looks like this is actually where I want to go anyway, this bit right here. It is. Now we need to head down to the pigs and sort them out too. But before we do anything else, just a few odd jobs needing done today. I do like the amount of black smoke that comes out of this. It only happens when you're hard on the accelerator. For some reason the indicators didn't want to work for me there. Maybe it was just the in-cab light that wasn't working. So, we're almost at the pigs here. Traffic in this game is always ear-bleedingly slow. There's quite a bit of things for us to sort in here today. One of which is the water. So we're just going to pick up the water trailer. And it's only got 25% full, so hopefully there's enough in it. Just caught that there. That would fill up the pig's water. It's important to keep the animals alive, even though I don't think that they were necessarily the right choice to make. Maybe should have done the water last, because I actually need the water trailer away from this farm. Yeah, they definitely need cleaned out. And they will need fed too. And give them some more straw. And we'll just hitch back up to the water trailer here. If I can just get the Unimog to do what I ask it to. We're going to need this tractor here. The old Dutzfrar. Should have some cleaning to do by the looks of it. Not too much though. It's not the worst I've ever seen them. And that's that done. Park the tractor up again. I haven't lowered the front hydraulic on that, but I don't mind that too much. I'll be keen to get this lorry back to the main farm soon, so hoping that it empties sooner rather than later. Another couple of days, probably sometime in summer it will be empty. Late spring, early summer I'd say. I actually have a job for this thing to do very soon in fact, so I may end up tipping the contents of its tipper out somewhere. I'll leave that one there. Back to the Unimog. Great demand at wool for wool for the next 18 hours. That's unfortunate. I don't have any wool. Need to fill up this water trailer. It's going to cost us a good bit of money. There is a free water source. I'm not entirely sure where it is though, but I do know it exists. I'm not sure how this trailer is attached. It's attached to what would be the trailer hitch, but for some reason that trailer hitch disappears. Oh, I'm driving over at the pump. Doesn't look like there's much in there. And I made a mess already. Typical. This Unimog is only 120 horsepower, I believe, which is plenty for small jobs. The things I need it for, it's more than enough. But the idea was to try and keep the tractors working on mainly agriculture. There's another piece of equipment I'd like to buy, but I don't need it just yet, so there's no point in me buying it yet. So I'll mention that one again closer to time. Now let's see if I can get it right this time. It's over here that I need to go. I believe that's where the cows go, right there. And just open this up. All the way would be nice. And their water trigger is in the field, which is nice. It's not going to take much to fill this up because there is no sheep here, so then again, it might. Now what we're going to do is we are going to phone ourselves a taxi to take us up here. Oh, that was a nice quick taxi. It's taking us straight to where we want it. Now I want 15 sheep. I'll phone ourselves another taxi to take us to the sheep. We'll just go with the transport for the sheep. So that has taken a lot of our money away. Try not to run over any of these sheep. And now I'm concerned about cash flow. We've spent more than we had to spend. But we now have sheep and pigs. Is this going to close? It's over here. There it is. So if we just have a look at our animals tab. Your health is low. I don't know why their health is low, because they have everything they need. Their cleanliness is at 5%, they have everything they need, but their health is still low as well. I have no idea. But that is all for today's episode. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, then leave a like on this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, as it does help a lot and it would be greatly appreciated. And stay tuned for an announcement on when we are going to do a live stream. It will be soon. Okay, it will be soon. Not entirely sure when exactly, but it will be sooner rather than later, and I'm certainly looking forward to that. So if you are as well, then like I said, don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to my channel, and keep an eye out for the announcement. Thank you for watching. I will see you again next time. Bye for now.